bring a couple of topics to the table, and I have no distractions. And Jess, you want to go? Well, from previous call, I think I was really interesting what we mentioned about as a new source of revenue for the project. Maybe have this option for people to give a donation to Giveth at the end.
We're gonna rebrand it instead of saying revenue streams, just say funding stream or fund streams.
Yeah,
That's what the agenda was in there. That's what I'm reading it from the agenda. Something else. I already typed this one. Matching pool funding as a topic for this week. Then we had token swaps, the Angel Vault update stuff, which there was none from my end, the one give side. Austerity measures and nice token was the last stuff.
okay.
We probably won't be covering any of that, right?
Sorry?
I don't know if we have anything we can cover of that.
No, not sure. From the 24th? No, I don't think so. I will add, I actually have something to say about, there might be like potentially 3 region farms coming up on the next few weeks. And they all have kind of like its peculiarities. So on the Shapeshift forum, we're probably going to so I think the proposal is going to be to create a new farm for folks with XDAI. And one thing that was commented was that there's people that want to try have larger rewards to kind of like get deeper liquidity. And so it's been like going back and forth because will having larger rewards will really attract more liquidity, and we don't know, but at least we have kind of like a proof of concept that one person from the community is saying like, well, I will put more, but like if this doesn't dumps the reward that I'm getting. So I think it's worth to test, and I think that the Fox community wants to test, and they want to test it for, so kind of like make probably a farm of 6 months, but on the first 3, like double X the rewards just to see how that goes. And it is possible. I talked with Amin. Basically, we can change parameters every 2 weeks, every round. But my question to this audience that mostly are not here right now is, all like every change has its time consumption and dev resources, right? Even if it's a small one. But on the other hand, I kind of like don't want to charge for everything, but I think it's important to signal what things require some work. So I was thinking that maybe these kind of like small tweaks to, for example, the rewards or the APR, or like small tweaks to parameters, may have some fee, and this fee could go all the way to donation. I mean, it will just be a small fee to kind of like signal that there is work involved. And it will be nice to grow the donation project. So that was just my idea, and I'm open to feedback on that.
don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think we, on the deposit initially, we also have some kind of fee in that already. So if they make a change, if anybody makes a change and then deposits more based on it, we already getting something. I don't know. I don't remember the numbers, what that is though, but. And
Yeah,
so if they renew the other one, which also came up in that room, that same discussion, that's also a fee as a part of their deposit.
yeah, it's 2% of the whole rewards. Yeah, that's another option. I mean, we could like take again a percentage of the rewards left. Okay.
Conversation's a lot easier with more people, especially when I'm in the same conversation over there that with you. So
Okay, options are there. I'm not talking and writing because I don't want to upset Janking. um, what else? Mm, well, I think that was my biggest thing that I wanted to bring to the table here. Um, Maybe also related to region farms, the standard aims to create a single staking region farm. Um, right? Lawrence said like, well, that's not really a region farm because region farms are for liquidity mining. And Mitch said like, hey, if they want to have something else and pay for it, that's awesome. Um, and yeah, I think that if there is an appetite in the market for that, and we have it like nearly built, why not offering it? So so if the standard wants to have like their liquidity mining program, but also something for single staking, I think we should. I mean, it should go through DAO governance, but I will be up for it. Um, each one will have like its 5K plus 2% fees, and what else? And
the way you worded that doesn't. I'm not sure what that means. To maybe take the 2% of the remaining rewards. What's remaining?
yes.
Wouldn't it be of the every deposit? I thought it was on the deposit.
No, no, no. So right now, the way that region farms function is that um, every time that so when a region farm is created, the DAO has to pay 5K plus 2% of the reward
Right.
fees of the rewards as a fee.
And you're saying add another 2% at the end on top of that?
No, no, no. I was trying to paraphrase what I thought that you were suggesting, which was when what to do when DAOs want to change parameters.
Okay. Well, that wasn't what I was thinking, but okay, that actually works pretty well too. I think.
Well, at
Or,
least it's not kind of like charging them again. It's just taking something from the rewards, but
starts
it doesn't
there.
have to be 2%.
Yeah. And that could be high if it's a big number that they have in there.
I think so too.
So maybe just do a flat. I don't know. Maybe charge something. Yeah. Maybe based it on USDC or something like that, or it's a set number, maybe.
Yeah, I'm sure. More people will help with the ideation of this next week.
When's Burning Man over? Isn't it September 3rd or something like that? 4th? I don't remember now.
I think on Tuesday.
Okay. It's
At
like some
least,
come back sooner than others, I believe. So
yeah, at least Ashley comes back, I think, on Wednesday next week.
okay.
Okay.
Cool.
And yeah, and the standard is like planning to have like this single staking. It will involve more development, because Amin said that right now kind of like our region farms are customized for having an APR on LP tokens, so there will be some work on that. But I think it's already kind of like priced in, and if we're going to offer this product to other people, it's just going to be like work that is going to be charged for others. So I wouldn't say that it makes more sense to add something for that. But I think it's a good idea to have it too. Any thoughts?
Work out. I'm not sure why the bullets are stuck under that one. See? Oh well, we know what it means, right? There you go. You fixed it. Trying to be helpful. Failed. I don't know how or do they like the give token that they did for the single staking? Did they just drop it on the contract code? In I don't know. It's just I don't know how that works.
Yeah, basically, it will go to a contract, which is the same contract that LPs go into to get kind of like stake and locked. So it's mostly, I mean, almost everything is built. I think it's just kind of like a few tweaks, maybe more than for a normal region farm. But from what I heard, from what I understood from, I mean, not really that much work. Mm, hey man, GM, Chad.
Hey guys, sorry I completely forgot about this. I was in a meeting for work and I forgot to set an alarm for this. Glad to see you guys still met though. What are you guys talking about right now?
So I brought up a couple of topics from region farms. I can update you because it's not been too much that we've been on this. But basically, there might be 3 region farms coming up. One is from Shapeshift, and each one has its own particularities. So Shapeshift said they are thinking about increasing the amount of rewards, to trying to increase also the liquidity that they get. But since there is some questions about like, will it really increase the liquidity or not? They would like to test like having 2x the rewards for 3 months and then maybe change it. And so the question is like, charge, or should we have anything signaling the dev work that requires to make some small changes? It's not really that much work, but I think still like it's good to send the signal. It might be good to send the signal. So the options are, yeah, like no, don't charge. The second option is like, yeah, a small fee that signals the work involved, and maybe all of that going to donation. Or yeah, maybe take a small percentage of the remaining rewards or a flat fee. So not charging anything extra, just like something from the rewards. I don't know. What are your thoughts on this, chat?
I'd definitely try and take some profit off of it. So I would say either the percentage or fixed fee, but I would say put it in the treasury.
Okay.
What do we have any numbers in mind as far as a fixed fee or percentage?
We started with a 2% thingy of the remaining, but then it seems, well, if they had a lot there, that could be a huge number. So maybe we would tie it to like a USDC value and go from there. And that might be a engineering or dev question, though. Say how much time does it actually take, and how much would you want to do that sort of thing on a regular basis? So it's all right, $500 each time for each change, or if you have 4 changes, that adds up to, at least we have a number.
Yes. So dev work, I think it's very little. From what Amin explained to me, we have a bot that kind of like bi-weekly adjust the parameters. So in theory, we like even DAOs could adjust the parameters every 2 weeks. It could be like upfront or kind of like more reactively. And dev work, I think it's fairly simple. I mean, probably 1 or a couple of hours. So that's one way of pricing it. The other way of pricing it is like, how important will it be? And I think it will be very important for DAOs to kind of like tweak their APRs if they want. I don't know. I wouldn't put like a crazy amount fee, but yeah. I don't have a number in my head. Maybe somewhere between 200 and 500 as a flat fee.
Remind me again, is this like a subscription-based model, or is it a one-time fee at present, like when Shapeshift first set up?
It's a one-time fee at the setup.
Okay.
Yeah, and I mean, if they extend it, then there is another fee, which right now it's said to be 1K plus 2% of the extra rewards.
Gotcha. All right. I was just trying to think of like a recurring revenue model, but it sounds like the part where it's going to recur is if they top off. So I guess that makes sense.
Yeah.
Just because I mean, most software companies nowadays are successful because of a subscription-based model. I don't know.
Yeah.
We're talking a lot about revenue, so just a thought. But I think that's fine. It's another way to get to pseudo subscription ish.
Yeah, I mean, of course, predictable income is always good. And yeah, I mean, I don't know, maybe we can explore it. I think the tricky part, I don't know how subscription models will work on Web3 with signatures. I mean, I guess they will have to sign a smart contract that already kind of like has the right to charge in the future.
Yeah, Ken probably know more on this end, but it would probably be a smart contract where you give it access to some pool of funds in a burner multi-sig, and it's just a recurring smart contract goes into the pool, and the from address is the pool, the to address is the Giveth treasury, something like that.
That I think. Do anybody here knows like smart contracts that are using a recurring paying model? Because I mean that will be sweet for recurring donations at some point.
That's a good thought. I don't know of any, but it's possible from what I know about smart contracts.
Awesome.
Because you can do the smart contract can either use block height as an estimate of the date, especially after the merge, since the slots will be like almost exactly 13 seconds, or it could call an oracle for the time and date.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome. I don't know. I think I'll make some research and ask around. It's interesting. Yeah. So I don't know. I think let's take this to the next call and see what's the feeling from more people that are not here right now. But yeah, just wanted to kind of like bring it here. And the same is for the standard aims to create a single staking farm. And like Lauren, what she said is like, okay, I mean, this is different. This is not a region farm. We have never done this. And Mitch says like, hey, if they want to pay for have a single staking farm, well, like, and we have all the infrastructure. So I just ask around, and it's easy to set up. It will require a little bit more of time than other region farms because they are customized for LP tokens, not for single tokens. But yeah, I'm like maybe a bit more than extra work than just kind of like tweaking params, but still not that much. And yeah, I don't know. I also don't know like should we charge anything else because it's going to be the first time that we do this, but my gut feeling is like no. It's just nice too that we after this we'll have the offer also for like anyone that wants to have a place to stake their tokens to also do it.
Yeah, definitely two thoughts on that. So I think it's a great idea to do it, just because that gives us another stream of revenue potentially. And the other thought is I think we should charge for it, just because, I mean, we've got to pay our devs too, and we need to have some kind of revenue stream coming in. It is the first time we're doing it, so maybe we can do a lesser fee than we do in the future, but I don't think we should do the work for free.
Oh no, I'm not suggesting to do it for free. I mean, we will. So far, we are kind of like considering it as any other region farm, and it will be like 5K plus 2%, like the others. Out of which half of each of the fees will go to donation, half of it will go to our treasury.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So those are most of my updates regarding on the balancer. I reach out, so I can like kept the conversation going with Tetranom from Bankless Academy. He says like we're super interested on any kind of like swaps or any token things that you have in mind. So keep us on the loop. So they are interested, and I just said like we will have like more communications on these on the following weeks.
Cool. Yeah, so I guess on that end, just a quick update from my side. So unfortunately, I haven't heard back from my Optimism contact. I don't know who else I can get with, but I can just make a general post in their Discord. And to that end, where else did I post? I think I posted in the Balancer Discord as well. I didn't get a whole lot of engagement in their partnerships channel. So I really do think that doing something on Twitter, kind of like we did with BitDAO, and maybe a Medium post, is going to be a good way to push this forward. I don't want to kill it just yet. I think there's definitely some chance to keep some momentum behind it. But yeah, what do you guys think on that front?
For sure. I will create the GitHub issue and talk about it on the next comms call, and try to find try to start get some comms on that going. It might be a bit technical, so if you ChatFi could put most of the benefits. I know that we have already the forum post. So if you can synthesize some things and put it in form of bullet points, then I don't know, Suga or someone else from the comms team can take those key bullet points and put it into a nice, sweet narrative for a Medium post and then a Twitter thread.
Yeah, sure thing. I will summarize the forum post then. And when's the comms meeting?
Tuesday, so we have time.
Cool. All right. Yeah, I'll summarize the forum into what I think could be some snippets in a Twitter post. And
Awesome.
I'll share that with you.
Yeah. Okay, awesome. What else? Oh yeah, I have another one. I was at ETH Mexico and I met a team. Let's say the name of their project. They are working with basically making some safe strategies for stablecoin returns. I think it's Tough DAO. Give me 1 second. Must be somewhere here. Tough DAO. Yeah, TUFF DAO. I don't know if anyone is familiar with them, but I talked with them a little bit and I said, well, this project GiveFi that we want to introduce probably next year, or first quarter of next year, where donations that are idle on the platform can make good returns. Can make returns before they are distributed in the case of the matching funds. But maybe also projects will probably want to have some of their donations creating returns while they're there. And in our case, we can use it to buy back Give tokens or something like that. So that's my understanding of GiveFi, and that's how I shared it with them. And they say, well, that's exactly what we do. So yeah, maybe we can do that for you guys. And they are suggesting to have a call with us. So I don't know, should we set a different time for it? Should we maybe invite them to the GIVeconomy research call next week, maybe the last 15, 20 minutes, and see what's there? Because I sort of know what they want to do, but it will be great to have other eyes and more experienced eyes to kind of ask questions and make sure that their safe stable token strategies are really safe and that there is a fit.
Yeah, I'm open to using this as a forum for it. Give him like 30 minutes at the tail end of the call.
Awesome. Then I will set some time for that. Also, I will ask this to Giant King later and to other ones. But Chad, I really trust your judgment on this kind of thing. So if, in case the time for them gets it's complicated at this time, maybe you can give me some. Well, let's see how this goes, and if not, I can ask for your like time availability, and we can try to find another time if it doesn't work.
Sure. Is their core team, what time zone are they in?
I think they are in the US, so I mean somewhere between Eastern and Mountain Time. I think maybe Pacific.
Okay. Cool. Should be easy enough. Thanks.
Yeah, absolutely. Awesome. Those are all the things that I have.
Cool. Awesome. And thanks again, Kotabe, for kicking this off. So did Yash join at the beginning at all and talk to you guys or no?
No, she didn't. But I remember now. I do have a couple of updates on that. So I pimped up my LinkedIn, and I reached out to a couple of people from the Mirana team, which is the venture venture capital organization that is behind BitDAO. And I'm just kind of like, I'm not chilling Giveth. I'm just saying hi, kind of like building some rapport and saying, I will be interested to know more about your investment thesis. So I'm not selling them anything, just being interested on how do they invest. And let's see if I get some answers. I tried reaching out to 3 people, one from EduDAO, 2 from Mirana. I realized that EduDAO is like on diapers. It's crazy for me that they invested so much money on EduDAO. I mean, I think that they have a good concept, but there's nothing. Their like landing page is nothing. Anyways, so I really don't. I really am curious to know what's their investment thesis. They just invested in Africa DAO. I didn't went into details with that, but I don't know. Maybe we're too mature for their project. Maybe they just want more control than they will have on Giveth, or maybe they are not. They are just not getting visibility. So let's see what happens with that on the BitDAO end.
Yeah, definitely. Good job taking an initiative on that. That's definitely that's good. I'd be curious to know where their head is at as well, and that should definitely help Yas and the rest of the team as well. So good work on that. So she did reach out to me, and in addition to, well, actually, I'll just update with the BitDAO part first. So she has heard back from the driver behind Game 7. So they got a $500 million Euro round, which obviously is pretty big. So she's in contact with, I guess, the driver from the Game 7 side. So she should be getting some good insight from him on how they kind of facilitated that. So fingers crossed there. And then other than that, another topic that she wanted me to bring up to this group, and it definitely warrants some feedback. So let me know what you guys think. So we're looking at getting Give listed on some sexes, some centralized exchanges. Gemini. Sorry.
Can you go back to, other than that, another topic?
Yeah, sorry, am I breaking up?
No, it was me, my Discord.
So you heard the Game 7 part, I presume?
Yes.
Perfect. So the next one is, and let me get some feedback on this, is so we're looking to get listed on Gemini. So we've gotten rejected by a ton of market makers thus far, basically because we're a micro cap still. But there are 2 market makers that are willing to help, but they are going to charge a fixed fee. So I kind of wanted to get some feedback so I can share with Yas and the rest of the team is, do we think paying a fee to a market maker is worth getting listed on a centralized exchange at our current market cap? So my initial thoughts are, obviously it depends on how much the fee is, but as far as the benefits from liquidity on a centralized exchange, I would be curious to know if we would see any of the trading fees, or how their fee structure works. So are we paying them a fixed fee per month and then we keep all the trading fees, or are they going to take a portion of the trading fees as their fee, something like that? Because I don't want to get us into a position where we put a bunch of liquidity on a centralized exchange and it's not utilized, and then we end up signing a contract where we're paying a fixed fee for a year and we're in the hole on that. I think it would be better to go about it like we give them, if they're demanding a small fixed fee, that's fine. But I would prefer that we give them a portion of the trading fees instead, just because that would mean if the trading fees are small, then we are impacted far less. Or maybe it's, if the trading fees are below X amount of dollars per month, then they get to keep 100% of it. If it goes above a threshold of X dollars, then they keep 50%, we keep 50%, just throwing numbers out there. Just something to protect us from, if the trading fees are small and say we're making, $1,000 to $10,000 a month on trading fees, and we're paying $10,000 a month for their liquidity, then does it make sense? I guess it gets more visibility on Giveth, but yeah, these are I'm just pulling numbers out of thin air right here, but that's kind of where my head's at on that, is definitely need to negotiate the fee structure to protect ourselves from paying for something that might not be utilized.
Okay, yeah, I think that makes sense. In a centralized exchange, did you get any fees? I didn't know that.
So the centralized exchange is going to charge a fee, and I think a portion of it would go to the market maker.
Okay.
Because why else would they provide liquidity is what I'm thinking. So like in a lot of, and I take that back actually, I know at Bitso at least, they pay for their liquidity, or at least some of their liquidity. And then I guess that they keep the trading fees. I think they do keep the trading fees. So that's, I guess it would be different. I'm not sure how it works with Gemini, but maybe that's publicly available.
Okay.
But yeah, that's a good question.
Okay.
So then if that's true, then we would be paying out of pocket to have our token listed. They keep the trading, or Gemini keeps the trading fees. The market maker gets paid from us. Gemini gets paid from the market maker, or gets paid from the user using the platform to trade. And we are paying for liquidity. So if that's the case, then does it make sense to pay a market maker for liquidity on a centralized exchange?
Yeah. I mean, I think, as you said, let's see what paying means. I think considering that we are in a bull market, in a bear market, or at least in a crab market, right now, like being more publicly or visible, I don't know what's if it's that advantageous. And I think that once that give power it's set, then our whole model makes way more sense, because then people can really start locking Give behind projects, and it's just going to be such a huge milestone. So I will lean towards maybe waiting, but yeah, I don't know. That's where my head is right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, because a lot of liquidity has exited the system just because of the market conditions. So that makes sense. And I'm of the opinion that it will probably get worse before it gets better. So I'm on board with that as well, to kind of wait, and maybe we get some more information on their fee structure and what they want to do, and just kind of put that in our back pocket and just wait.
Yeah, I think that will make sense.
Cool. Awesome. Giant Ken, Jesse, you got any opinions on that?
I was deafened. I had a phone call. Again. Erg.
Okay. And also one other thing regarding the coherence of the data that we're using for Giveth info. So we had a meeting earlier today, and Giveth info will basically be providing information specifically about the givebacks, and it can be extended later on. We will need to top off and pay developers for kind of like increasing the scope of what they're doing. And I think it's going to be important, but first we need to know what exactly do we need to measure. But it was a good call. Jazz was there, Monique was there, and everyone can like expose their arguments of the things that we need to fix. So basically, they are taking information. The source of truth from the information is being kind of like impact graph, but there are some issues with that, because there are like impact graph sometimes doesn't realize that if the front end asks to make a donation, but the back end at the end doesn't validate it, there are some things that can not be real data there. So Monique already kind of like posted an algorithm of like, well, like if you want to have the true data, you have to have these, right? Like donations made, like, but exclude donations that were not verified, exclude donations to projects that are not verified. I mean, once is that the transactions that are not verified, and the other ones is the projects that are not verified. Exclude the ones that are going to wallets that are blacklisted and wallets that are purple listed. And purple listed are wallets that are from projects, so that they are not recirculating Give. And a few things like that. So there appears to be some data that is double counted on one dashboard. Luckily, it's not like the most public one, where since projects have several categories, the ones that we have the count of like amount of donations by category. I mean, if a project is like having an impact on climate change, but also on I don't know, air pollution or energy, it will consider like if it had twice the donations, like one in energy and one on climate change stuff and categories. So we are kind of like just suggested that maybe what we can do for projects that have several categories is kind of like split it. And if there is like a project has raised $100,000 and it has like 5 categories, like to attribute $20,000 to each of those. And probably that's going to be like by default fixed, But the other fix is that we are going to ask projects to choose a main category. So for future references, there will be kind of like main category where all of that will be considered. I think that's the update.
Okay. So is it still kind of in ideation, or have any tickets been created for the devs to kind of consolidate all the information?
It's in ideation. If you have any other idea, like you can create a GitHub issue on the DAP2 for categories or cohesive information or something like that.
Cool. Okay. Just so if I can pour through any meeting minutes, was the meeting recorded, or are there any notes from the meeting I can look at?
I have some notes. They are like almost impossible. I don't know how well will you follow them, because I think I'm super bad at taking notes.
Is it handwritten, or did you type them?
I type them.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't mind sending them over, I'll try and make sense of them. Just
Yeah,
something's better than nothing.
absolutely. I'll send it to you. And I think yes, you were not on that one, right? That was no, that was not scheduled. Yeah, no, we don't have it recorded.
Okay. All right. Good deal. Sounds good. Well, I don't know that I have anything else to report out on, and sounds like Katabe, you hit everything that you wanted to talk about. So,
Yeah.
barring Giant Ken and Jesse, if there's anything you guys want to bring up, if not, I guess we can go ahead and adjourn. I will take that as a no. All right, guys. Thanks, and I'll talk to you later.
Okay. Have a great day, Chad.
You too,
Bye,
man.
guys.
See ya.